Hello! Today, we're going to talk about deciles for group data. The definition of deciles are those values of the distribution that divide the total frequency into 10 groups. In this illustration, there are 10 deciles which are denoted by D1, D2, up to D10. In such organization of data, 10% falls below D1, 20% falls below D2, and so on up to 100% falls below D10. Now on the upper portion in this illustration, we have the percentile. Note that D1 corresponds to P10, D2 corresponds to P20, and so on up to D10 corresponds to P100. Also, the median is the same as P50 and D5 as well as Q2. So later on you will know more about quartiles. For now, let's focus on the deciles. To give you another idea between the relationships of percentile and deciles, I have here an illustration of a bar graph. Let's say that the bars represents the percentile. That becomes 10th, 20th, and so on up to 100th. And numbers here below are the deciles. The higher you place in the decile rankings, the higher your overall ranking. For example, if you were in the 99th percentile for a particular test, that would put you in the decile ranking 9. And if a person who scored very low, say for example on the 5th percentile, they would find themselves in the decile rank 1. Going back to this illustration, on the left side of this illustration are the smallest data value, while on the right side are the largest data value. In finding decile for ungrouped data, we use this formula, where LB is the lower boundary of the kth class, N is the total frequency, CF is the cumulative frequency before the kth class, F is the frequency of the kth class, I is the size of the class interval, and K is the nth decile, where N is equal to 1, 2, until 9. Now let's have an illustrative example number 1. The data on the distances traveled by 150 participants in a fundraising marathon takbo para sa kinabukasan is given by the following data. Given this data, let us try to get its range to come up with the interval in tabulating the raw scores. And we have here the formula of a range, equal to the highest value minus the lowest value. Since 21 is the highest value and 1 is the lowest value, from the given data, our range is 20. Now, we're ready to solve for the interval. The formula in finding the interval is the range divided by the number of class intervals. Note that the number of class intervals is arbitrarily chosen depending on the size and range of the data. In this example, the interval is 2.8. Remember that the interval must have the same number of significant figures as the data values. Therefore, we take 3 as our interval. Now, you're ready to tabulate your data provided that you already got the cumulative frequency. In getting the cumulative frequency, all you need to do is to add the frequencies from the nearest class interval to the greatest class interval. Now just copy 16 and then 16 will be added by 18, that becomes 34. And 34 added by 29 is 63. And so on until you verify that there are 150 participants. Now the quest here is to find D3 or the third decile. First is we have to locate its position from this formula. So you substitute the value of k and n, and that's 45. Since we already know that the third decile class belongs to the interval 7 to 9, let us try to determine the lower boundary wherein the lowest number in the interval will be subtracted to 0.5. In this illustration, we only add one column for the lower boundary. And in getting the lower boundary, say for example in the class interval 19 to 21, since 19 is the lowest number from 19 to 21, then subtract 19 to 0.5. That makes 18.5, and so on. By looking at this illustration, we can now locate our lower boundary, which belongs to the class interval 7 to 9. Since 45 belongs to the 63rd cumulative frequency, your cumulative frequency before the third decile, which is 33, is 34. And then your frequency is 29. Substituting the values of lower boundary before cumulative frequency and frequency, we can now use the formula. And that gives you an answer of 7.64. This means that 30% of all the participants traveled less than 7.64 kilometers. Another illustrative example, number 2, calculate the 7th decile of the mathematics test scores of 50 students given this table. Since the table is provided, you will no longer calculate its interval, so the interval used is 5. We can now calculate the 7th decile, substituting the values of k and n. That makes it 35. Now, we add two columns for lower boundaries and the cumulative frequency. Since 35 belongs to the class interval 36 to 40, our lower boundary is 35.5, and our cumulative frequency is 38. And the below cumulative frequency is 27. Substituting from the formula, the answer is 39.14. Therefore, 70% of the students got a score less than or equal to 39.14. The 7th decile is 39.14 that falls within the class boundaries of 36 to 40, which is 35.5 to 40.5. So the third illustrative example is we will calculate the 4th, 7th, and 9th deciles from the frequency distribution of weights of 120 students as provided in Table 1.3. Since the data is provided already, all you need to do is to substitute. In D4, that's equal to 148.79 pounds. In D7, is equal to 164.5 pounds. And in D9, is equal to 182.83 pounds. So you can try answering this to check if it's really correct. From D4, D7, and D9, we conclude that 40% of students weigh 148.79 pounds or less, 70% of students weigh 164.5 pounds or less, and 90% of students weigh 182.83 pounds or less. Now let's try to check if you are really listening and understood deciles clearly. On a half-size piece of paper, arrange the following data. Calculate the interval and formulate a table to answer the frequency distribution below. And you have also to find D2 and D5. You're only given 5 to 10 minutes to enter this. Please pause this video for 10 minutes. So your time is up. You can now give your answers to the person beside you. But please listen first before checking because I will give you time to check your classmates' work. In this data, my interval is 3, since I subtracted the highest value, which is 62, to its lowest value, which is 33, following the formula of the range, and divide it by the number of class intervals. So I used 10. I have now the table. In getting the number of class intervals, you can use the Sturge formula. So the Sturge formula is 1 plus 3.322 log to the base n, where n is the total number of data. Note that you can only use between a maximum of 20 and a minimum of 5 for your class intervals. So my D2 is equal to 44.5 and D5 is equal to 48.59.
This time, you can now check your classmates' work. I will give you 5 minutes to see and check if it's correct. Pause this video for 5 minutes. This ends my video presentation on deciles for group data. I hope you learned something.